died after writing this poem. It's an imitation of the poem. I dream I'm on the last lake of the world. How many Bengalis here? JNU, Bengali. I begin and end with Durga Puja, and I put a lot of Islam and Christianity in it. Okay? Right. I dream I'm on the last lake of the world. Midnight, Durga Puja, the day of the Great Mother. And I dream I'm on the last lake of the world. Two worlds, two lakes joined by a river, like Major and Lake Minor. Lake Major and Lake Minor joined by the Styx, a lake of light joined to the dark lake by the river of forgetfulness. And on the river of memory, a light glints like a diamond in my mother's ear, or a crystal in a chandelier. Mother appears in a flash from the lake mirror and is gone, Our Lady of the Waters, and she's always born on song, Mirabai or Begum Akhtar. It is a seasonal, cyclic love like Demeter's for her daughter Persephone, the earth mother keening her spring daughter to birth. And now I am my mother's mother, birthing her in memory, in song. The flood of song on a lake, on two lakes, joined like two lungs, or two air chambers, or communicating vases, by the narrowest of corridors, a hair-thin bridge, which for the righteous become a long and broad highway into eternity. And on this highway comes thundering my lover, like Rossi on his prized bike in a velodrome, dead of a fall at 27. Thrown by his mount, they say, he writhed on the highway 20 minutes like an insect before death stilled him. As flies to wanton boys, so are we to the gods. They kill us for their sport. Those whom the gods love die young, so that all the inherent evil in a young life passes away, and there is no time for quarrel, for the settling of scores, the squaring of a lifetime's accounts, and eternity itself is stilled, cheated of its terror. I underestimated the love of an oriental despot for his harem. I thought to be Sherazade, to cheat death with a fistful of rhymes. I thought to mother him who was born to mind only mistresses. So how do you find your son, Mistress Death? Rossi's bike, his chariot of death, gifted him for his impending marriage by his own mother. And Sharon waits to row me up the Styx from the lake of light to the land of shadows. Or are we from shadows going into eternal light? It is the boatman on the Ganges taking a wailing woman to another ghat, her own having gone up in flames. Or was it drowned in too much water? I was to be a bodhisattva crossing life's flood on a reed. Kaise jaun Jamuna ke tir? How will I get to the Jamuna river's other shore? Cries the lovelorn Radha, pining for a Krishna song, which he plays from a distant shore. She hears, but cannot be near, and I hear again in my mind's ear a childhood melody my mother sang, which I cannot ever hear her sing again. Is it why I hear it with a stab of pain on the radio? And the boatman waiting to ferry me when I was young was then himself young, and is now, like me, an old man. And I traverse Lake Como to the Count's house to visit his grave, my brother in life and death. Why did Leonardo place his Mona Lisa before Lake Como? Because he wished his siren to hear the rushing cataract, the milk stream of the Milky Way, sing the siren song of death. Is this why we feel a stab of pain before the Mona Lisa as we do before a mirror? Our mother comes to greet us out of a placid lake-like glass. She has our eyes, our mouth, our smile. She laughs and is gone in the twinkle of an eye. And the blood in our veins, her veins really, gush, flush, better as after red wine. We feel ourselves to be flagons through which shines a light. We feel ourselves to be flagons through which shines a light, like the mild spring sun through the translucent poppy in the field where Mussolini was trussed up to die. And the motorcycles thunder down the highway screaming, "Whore! It is my lover calling me the name." The mother, whore Mary, whore of Babylon, whoring Rome, but Rome is never finished and our lovers always go away. So who is the prostitute, the substitute? And who, whoremaster man? The highway to Rome is really the Styx, and the motor car is really a barge, and the boatman is a devil pushing Michelangelo off the boat, as in his last judgment, because he has whored the mother as at the Pietà, a young lover of her young son, and the marble is translucent, through her face shines the light that I see in my sister's sorrowing face, or in my mother's in the mirror. And a long line of penitent sons go to Rome, and a long line of penitent sons go to Rome, long cloaks, barefooted, bareheaded. They have given up the Father's whoring marketplace for the cloister of the Divine Mother. They till God's little acre for 7 centuries as an answer to the banks that still thirst blood, because it is only our young son's blood that turns into gold. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned. I dream I'm on the last ghat of the world, where demon son Ravan is being burned, popping like crackers, barley bombed as if by revelers' fireworks, and the parrot brought a beakful of water to douse the flames, knowing his wings will be singed. Mother Durga spears her favorite demon. We see her feet reflected in the water trough. She's ready to flow to the sea as a river, and to return next year as rain, as green. The last boat is about to leave, and my Anglo-Indian poetry teacher comes, hat in hand, a witman from Goa against the grain, saying, "Hoshang, you haven't yet written your great poem," and the lovers always go away. Okay, if anybody has a poem, he or she can read it. I started out when I was your age. I wasn't very good, but I wasn't ashamed of myself. I stood on podiums and I spoke like Gavra. Any nonsense that came to my mind, I spoke. So speak if you have a poem, speak it. Poetry is everybody's art, it's not one star's art.